What it do though? Y'all know what time it is. It is mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Let's get right to it. Today, I just wanted to talk about the labels that we give people, the titles that we want to give people. I think about when I was young, all the words that were given to me. And when you're young, you can't process how to use that as motivation to be the complete opposite or to be better. And the stuff that I was told, now that I'm older, of course, I try to think about what type of imprint did it leave on my mind, what type of imprint that it created in my life that I'm not even aware of. I was always told that I won't amount to anything and how I walked around like I didn't care about anything. And yeah, it can be said that's what I do now, but I'm just nonchalant and I'm just laid back. That is me. That is my character, and I'm not going to change it for nobody. My actions are the complete opposite. And like I said, when you're younger, that's why I said we got to be careful, especially with our kids. We wonder why we have what we have in our children. We speak so much negativity on our children. Even me now, I have to stop myself. My son is only 3, okay? So, I haven't left too much of an imprint on him because he's not able to process what bad is. But for the longest, I was going around calling him bad. And what has he continued to be? Bad. He don't know what bad is. But as he gets older, he's going to hear it so much. That's what he's going to stay. So it all starts with our children. And we got to definitely be aware. That's why we have to speak. Look, your kid might be lazy. But if you call them the complete opposite, they will carry themselves and maybe they will, work their way up to being the complete opposite. You yourself, can be dumb as a doormat, as a. I don't mean to say this too nonchalantly, but you may not be as smart as you would like, but maybe you will study and maybe you will work to get to that point to where you're really smart, to where you really can think of yourself as a smart person, even if you're not yet. Maybe you're not as smart as you would like. But I know words, we always talk about how words, sticks and stones may break our bones, but words don't hurt. Okay, words may not hurt you, but they definitely leave imprints, especially when they're being repeated. Y'all know how many times I've said this. The more you repeat it, the more you believe it. That's even with other people. Because a lot of times what we call other people are probably things that we can also call ourselves. And I think it's so funny how that works. I even think about when I make fun of people, it's something that I can look in the mirror and probably say to myself or ask myself. That's why I do my best, even when I'm called something. Maybe I'm called out of my name. Maybe it's a racial joke. Maybe it has to do with my characteristics. I do my best to stay quiet because I can lash out and I can become exactly that other person that's talking what they talk about me. So we just got to be careful. Um, Whereas, like I said, you can call yourself smart, confident. You keep calling yourself that, eventually you will convince yourself that you are those things, even when you're not. So after a while, those things you'll become. And that's what I love about this topic today. You can convince yourself that you're something that you're not. You can create confidence and conviction to something that you may not be at all. Not even an inch of being something that you're calling yourself. But after a while, you keep on repeating it. That is going to be something that you work your way up to becoming. And I absolutely love that because words can be completely negative and then they can be completely positive. And the great thing about it, it's up to us. You have a choice and a decision to whether you want to pick one of the two. And if you're a person that's been called bad stuff your entire life, it may be hard for you to, you know, it may be hard for you to to try to be positive to somebody else, because how can you be positive to somebody else when somebody hasn't been positive to you? But like I said, that's a choice. You can become that negative person that's been negative towards you, or you can see the light in somebody else who has also been in your same shoes, but they just choose to speak truth and to speak light into somebody. You can do it too, because what are you going to do? You're going to speak life and truth into your life by just the simple fact of how you're talking to somebody else. And damn it, I love that. That got me hyped. That got me hyped because I see some people doing it. I see some people disrespected all the time, and they don't disrespect other people. I see some people being called some of the worst names in the book. You'll never hear them calling another person that. You just won't. And who are the other people that I see? Me. Y'all know I ain't looking around for nobody else. I will tap my back, tap myself on the shoulder for that, because I've been disrespected my entire life in every which way or form. But you won't hear me completely disrespecting somebody. I may put my 2 cents in on how somebody's carrying themselves, or I may, I've called people some of the, school childish type of stuff, but the complete disrespect, you will not hear me doing that. And like I said, if I am, if I'm calling somebody lazy, I'm probably being lazy that day. If I'm calling somebody smelly, I'm probably really smelling myself. So like I said, it's like a frisbee effect. Is it a frisbee? Um, Boomerang. It's like a boomerang effect. It'll always come back to you. And I'm not speaking about karma. I'm just saying it will always come back to you. How you judge other people, what you speak about other people. A lot of times, it's already been spoken, or it can be spoken towards you. So in this short, convictional, truthful video, I'm simply trying to encourage positivity. I'm simply trying to suggest positivity into somebody's life so they can also replicate it, duplicate it into somebody else's life. Because why not? With everything going on in the world, people are scared, people are worried. Just speak light, speak bright, speak sunshine into somebody's life. Somebody needs it. And like I've been saying for the last 7 minutes, that somebody may just very well be you. And how you speak about other people, um, even though you're not being spoken to that way, just it's like doing something good for somebody. You'll feel good about it. Just like speaking good about somebody, doing good for somebody and speaking good towards somebody. Um, if you need it, you should feel good about it. So, listen, it is mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. I know your boy's looking glossy. Uh, mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Like, subscribe, share, leave your comments, give your boy something to discuss, and let's continue to get better together forever. That's what it's all about, growth. And hopefully by now, this is something that you see as something that you can use to improve in your life. Because that's what we do on here. That's what we do. Until next time, y'all. Hey, we out. Peace.